appreciated. So I was disappointed about that. And now this thing with the people not knowing when they're going to be able to retire, and I'm just disappointed in leadership all across the country as a whole. What you think, Mike Clack?
Hmm. Yeah. It's all a disappointment when you think that we vote we vote to put people in charge, and you know what I mean, like, and hope they got our best interests at hand, and then they go and you know do what they do.
What they do, Mike? What they do? What you over there read, Mike Clack?
I'm over here. I'm laser focused over here right now. But I mean, it just it's kind of obvious that everybody just taking advantage and getting their money.
It is, isn't it?
Mhm. That's
Wide
what it
open.
is.
Where's Johnny Law?
The Johnny Law paid off.
Don't say that, Mike Clack. Because we got to keep hope alive for somebody that's gonna do they. Somebody
Oh
got.
shit, we on.
Yeah, we on. Somebody got to do their job. Good afternoon,
My bad, man.
family. Lenora Seals,
My bad, bro.
StreamYard,
What's up, y'all? I will need.
Asaya, Aquil. I think that's how you say
What
it.
up, though?
But hey, how y'all do? How you say it, Mickey?
Mama
Mama
Quill.
Aquil. Okay, that's fine. Mama Aquil. I'll go with that. Thank you for tuning in with us. I mean, there's a lot going on. And me and Michael Clack, we had a long conversation about what today's show would be like, especially with he and I both sitting on boards. And we want to be respectful as board members and people who stand in the gap for you and meditate over these tough situations and decisions. But I gotta say, I'm disappointed in the process.
Yeah, I'm gonna just set this down right here.
Hello, Kathleen King, AJ Bryant,
What's up, y'all?
Karen Malone. I mean, leadership is supposed to be about the people that you represent. Leadership is supposed to be about what is best for we the people, not just me, myself, and I, me and my cousin, but we the people. And I think when we accept leadership that does anything less than represent or support we the people, then we the people are in trouble because trust and believe I myself am going to take care of me. Okay, that goes without saying because the first rule to survival is self preservation. So I'm going to take care of me. I don't require a lot, but some people do. My problem with that is I can't always put me in front of everybody when I've asked you to vote for me and allow me to make decisions for your life, your family, things of that nature. We got to get our priorities in check as voters and as citizens. We got to stop just putting up
What
with
up,
just
though?
any old thing just because so and so supposed to be such and such and he said it. No, he can hold the highest position in the land and be a liar. We saw what happened with our last commander in chief. So just because somebody has a position, we the people have a right to question them if they're a politician. We the people have a right to question their motives. We the people have a right to be watching them and put them in the check and balance
We
mix.
the people are obligated to hold them accountable.
Say it again.
Obligated.
That's right. That's right. So stop letting these people make you feel like they're doing you a favor because they're doing their job. It's their job. Okay. It's their job to work for you. They're public servants. And I think that's where,
Everybody
um,
forget. They
exactly.
forget that aspect of being an elected official. They forget the public service part, especially the service.
That's right.
Especially the service.
Yes. 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 Um, I just think that we have to and then this is my other thing. We can't say if Michael Clack is blessed enough to obtain the seat that he is seeking. Michael Clack do one wrong thing. Y'all want to nail Michael Clack to the wall. Here you done had leadership for the last couple terms where they may have missed X amount of votes or somebody else sitting in the seat may have actually been voting against you the whole time and you see this right before your very eyes. But oh well, it's just sad the state we in. I'm
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
tell you what, being on the school board, they definitely prepare you for taking the blame for folks. You know what I'm saying? For stuff that you ain't got nothing to do with. You know,
nothing.
nothing at all to do with. But it's the nature of the beast. That's what you sign up for. You can't go out there playing football and not expect to get your leg broke every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Mm-mm.
it's just the name of the game. You know.
Yes, yes, yes. And it's sad. It's but it's sad because I remember when I was growing up, it used to be if you had a business, the customer was always right. If you were an elected official, you checked with your constituents and you saw what they wanted, and then you made your move. You held community rallies to see what the interests of the people were.
Well, you
And
can't even say that because if you go to McDonald's, they ain't even ask you how you doing. When you go up in the store, it used to be customer service. Dude, you have to greet every customer when you go in the shoe store. They
yes,
look at you like what you want. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So
won't even
everything,
greet you and
yeah,
then follow you around
yeah.
like you're
So it's
stealing.
ain't nothing the same. You know what I mean? So like you just you know
Well, I brought that up to say though, but we still want people to patronize our businesses.
we do
We still want people to vote for us though.
we do
At election time, we still want to pretend like kissing babies and being
shaking
concerned
hands.
about their parents is our top priority.
We do.
When we know
They
good,
do.
yeah, and when we know good and well, as soon as they get your vote, they ain't studying you, your baby, your spouse. They finna vote against everything to help you, especially if those what
They
are those
finna go
people?
get them, their baby,
Lobbyists.
they spouse, they side spouse, another new
Mm-hmm.
car,
Yep.
a
They
ring.
side piece gotta have new breast lifts and a BBL and a condo so they can sneak around because you can't come to their house and they can't come to your house. So now y'all gotta have a side. Look, I ain't paying for all that no more as a taxpayer. You gotta pay for your own woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You gotta pay for your own man. You gotta do your own stuff. You can't come up off the side hustle off my tax dollars no more and let me find out about it because I'm gonna tell on you. I'm tired of it. I am. Good evening, Miss Tia,
What's up,
Dan,
y'all?
Free, Meat Freaks, Barbecue, Renee Jackson. So, excellent point. The customer is always right. Yes, yes, yes. The customers are. And then what makes me so mad because I'm a food connoisseur. I love to eat. You can go somewhere. You could order your stuff like you want it, and I'm an extra girl. I like extra
Look at Free
sauce.
Daddy.
I like extra sauce. I like extra mayonnaise. I'm gonna need extra mustard and ketchup. I'm gonna need extra salad dressing on my salad. Listen, I'll pay for it because the steak ain't no good if I ain't got enough Heinz 57 on it. Okay, the steak ain't no good if I ain't got the smothered uh onions with it. So if I can't get my smothered onions like I like them, and if I can't get 57 sauce, then I don't want the steak. I don't want the big ribeye with the bone in for $40, and I can't even get no sauce to go on. And that seems to be the state of our customer service and our public service. We can't
You can't
ladies
get the
and gentlemen,
sauce.
this is how you wear lipstick. Somebody tell council person number 7. Ooh, ooh, y'all so cold. I can't be telling her that they already don't like me, already mad at me. But the truth of the matter is we have to get back to serving the public, Michael Clack. How do you suppose we get back to where we once were? How do we get back there?
People got to start off within themselves and have some morals and be ethical and have some values. Like, why can't everybody eat? That's just the way I look at everything. Everybody need to eat. Matter of fact, the public should eat before the public official.
Right, Michael Cooley. Hello. I feel the same way.
The public, everybody else should eat.
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
spread the wealth out to everybody, and then at the end of the day, you
That's
should.
how I agree with that. Because this is how I feel. Say, just for instance, if all of us was in a group and we had something going on and we were dispersing things to the people. Well, first of all, we already know if we got to put our kitty together and come up with a nice pan of lasagna and some salad and some garlic, we're gonna squeeze away amongst all us to provide a feast. Okay, everybody don't have not even a 3-person unit that they can come together with to provide a feast. So I feel like I know enough people that I can call and say, look here, what you cook today? I got some I do that right now. I got a cousin named Michelle, a couple more of them that can cook like never. But I'll call them in a minute. What y'all cook? I ain't cook enough. All right, well, here I come. You got enough for me? I ain't really making enough. Okay, well, split yours with me. Here I come.
Hmm.
Bottom line. So, you take care of the people. And I feel like if you take care of the people will take care of you. But we've put corruption in the mix that comes between the public servant and the people. You have the corruption and the deception and the lies and the thievery and the setup and it sent everything to the left. What's up from Louisiana, Mr. Johnson? Thank you for watching and tuning in with us. And we do. The way we do need a wage increase, and we received one under Joe Biden. This what makes me mad. While I have the 1420 side, Joe Biden made a comment to Charlemagne the God. He said that if you're going to vote for Donald Trump and not him, then you ain't black. Well, people ate him alive for that. But when Donald Trump making comments about how he can't hardly see the black people in the room sitting in the back because they so dark and ha ha ha, I ain't heard no public outcry about that.
Why would Joe Biden get credit for anything with the wages anyway? Congress is the one who determines the
Well, he
wages.
let it pass. He didn't block it. He didn't veto it. He ain't giving nobody hell stopping you from
He ain't
eating.
raised. He ain't suggested to be raised either.
Well, he can't suggest everything.
He can say that ain't
He
high
gave
enough.
he gave you ESSER funds. He gave you the infrastructure bill. I mean, Joe damn near 100. Y'all want Joe to come up with all of it by himself? Now, come on now.
Here's the thing, and this is just me, no disrespect to nobody,
No, go on and spit it out.
but when it's your time, it's your time.
It is. I
When
agree.
your thought process becomes outdated, then it's time for you to step aside.
So you think Donald Trump is a better candidate?
No, I don't. I think it need to be somebody else. He ain't too much younger than Joe.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. That we
Shit,
got them too.
he forgetting everything too.
I mean, well, that's what I'm. Now we got them two to pick from. What
I
you
mean,
gonna do?
at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie. I voted for Larry. So,
Who the hell is Larry?
You don't know Larry?
Who is Larry?
She don't know Larry.
Well, somebody tell me who Larry is. I might know Larry.
You might ride around the city and see Larry 2024. I wrote Larry name in there.
Larry 2024. Is that somebody you
He
making
be
up?
coming to city council.
JJ. Oh my God, y'all is so crazy.
At the end of the day, it wasn't. This was just. I would rather not see either one. So I'm gonna vote in the primary. I'm gonna be more for real about it, but no, I'm gonna write somebody else in.
Okay, mother Aquil, I get you. I get you. She said his comments was racist. Okay, Larry 2024. I wasn't offended. I kind of felt like what he was saying, that if you was truly black, but then maybe I didn't get the right understanding. I guess when you say ugly stuff like that, it's gonna be open to interpretation.
But I mean, so do Bill Clinton not gotta say nothing like that because he play a saxophone and eat ribs? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, and smoke weed. Do he not gotta say this? That's the same thing. Like, they was
Miss
calling him the
Aaliyah, I
first black
agree with
president,
you.
wasn't they?
Yeah, I agree with Miss Aaliyah. Yeah, and let me say this, because everybody gonna make some mistakes. You ain't gonna do everything right.
Christine, I'll get with you in a second.
I don't care what. Up, we still on the 1420
Oh
side.
yeah,
I
it's
done
time to
forgot
hang
about it.
up.
Oh, so we're log on to 14. No, catch us at 810 News Media Group on Facebook and on YouTube if you want to continue the conversation. If you want to call in at 4:30, the number is 810-730. Nope, 810-893-0107. And we're going to continue the conversation on the Facebook and YouTube side. As far as 1420 goes, we want you to keep your ears open for Mr. Mays' services. Keep him in your heart. Pray for his family that they come through whatever it is that they're dealing with, and let's try and move the city forward. Until next week on the 1420 gospel side, peace. We love you. Love yourself. Love somebody else. Keep your head up and stay strong. Don't let anybody tear you down. You can do whatever it is you want to do when you decide you're going to do it. Peace. So we're still with you on the Facebook and the YouTube side. So I agree with what this one person put in the chat. Even if we get Joe Biden and it doesn't work out, and I understand that Kamala made some mistakes too, because you have to grow. You ain't gonna come into politics and you come in and you make just every decision right or blah blah blah. You'll do some things that probably ain't gonna be popular, but at the end of the day, I'd much rather have Kamala Harris at the table helping in the think tank than just Donald Trump or just Joe Biden. But I'd rather have Joe Biden than Donald Trump because Joe Biden has probably made some mistakes and maybe did some things that we didn't think was popular and maybe said some things he shouldn't have said. But I don't think he's as dangerous as Donald Trump. And I can look at the January 6th insurrection.
My thought about Trump is he's shown that he's somebody that is vindictive he's shown that he said that if this was gonna be his retribution. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, he
so
did.
you can't put the person that's gonna be behind the big red button. You know what I'm saying? That can
Right,
destroy the whole
right,
other side of the world behind. I just don't think that he deserves that type of responsibility. When you can, I know when I get mad, I can get pretty, I can get
right.
mad, but I ain't
Oh
finna
boy.
just be wishing death on nobody, and I'm not gonna let you live for the rest of your life. You're gonna be. I'm not doing all of that. So I don't. I mean, that's just me personally. I don't think that we should have somebody with that type of responsibility. That's that childish. Should I say that? That's
Trump
proving
made
themselves to be
Trump made
childish.
a racist statement. Trump is a racist, and he is braining others to believe he's not. Yeah, because they be listening to this stuff that this man say that's racist, and then it be he don't mean that. He ain't say that. What? I mean, they just played him saying that.
That's the same thing when you hear like how you hear how Councilman Mays was talking about the councilman. They say these little bait words. You know what I'm saying
Right,
without saying the word, but it's like the gal and the boy. You know what I'm saying, and those words like that. It's like, well, I didn't say it, but it's like, wait a minute. If I'm offended by it, then you said something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
right,
like, no, they don't call you the N word. And no, they're not gonna say that in public, but they'll call you, something that's
right.
like kind of off-brand racist word. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yes, and like they said, Kamala and Joe Biden did send money for the school systems. They tried to rebuild the infrastructure. They tried to get you a new roof. They tried to get your basement fixed. They tried.
No,
Look,
they did what they were supposed to do.
yeah. So I mean, so how? I mean, and then Donald Trump slapped his name on that little $600 that everybody got. And oh, he did the most. Come on,
Trump
y'all.
wanted to put his name on
We got to.
the checks.
Yeah,
Remember
we
that he
got. Yeah,
wanted to
he
put his
did
name
put
on the
his name on
stimmies.
that first little go out.
Yeah, like
It's ridiculous. At some point, we got to stop being so simple and petty and look at the big picture. My God, number nine always saying racist words. Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants to act like he did that by himself. The black community asked for it and agreed with it. I'm not exactly sure with Miss Eunice Jackson what you're speaking of. It's sleazy Santos Neely administration and puppets who won't do what that money was sent for. And that's true. I agree with that. He did put his name on the checks, but wrote it with a permanent murder. I mean, at the end of the day, because I'm not, and they're saying we picked, people, and I'm not sure that we voted for this mayor that we have. Offended by Trump
I'm sure I
offenders
didn't
every
vote for
day
this mayor
until
we
he
have.
wave something in our faces like them shoes. I can't believe them shoes so ugly. They the ugliest thing.
But
I
that
w-
just lets you know how they think about us, man. Throw some ugly ass shoes up in there, throw a high price tag on them. We gonna go up there and get them. I hate
yeah.
that. I hate that. I hate that. Them shoes are ugly. I thought they was
Oh yeah,
boxing
he
shoes or
did say
something.
those other countries were shit hole countries, and then he got over in Puerto Rico after they had that big
And
hurricane.
got the throwing
Yeah, you should tell. I don't know what to tell you.
throwing the
You
paper
should
towels.
tell your president what you need. Fool, you they president. That's why you there. Uh, See, that's concerning. When you're the president over a territory and you don't even realize that you're the president over that territory, we in trouble. The only reason why those stimulus checks were given out basically because of Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. But they'll never admit that. We laughing my butt off. I ain't never bought sneakers. Take my black card. That's right. Exactly, Clack. I wish I would. I'm like, who is this?
Where you gonna
Miss
wear them
Tara.
to? I'm gonna buy some Trump sneakers. Where are you gonna wear them
I
to
ain't never
around
even
here?
I ain't even never bought no Jordans. So I
Oh,
know good well
I
I
got
ain't finna buy no
Jordans.
Trump tennis shoes.
No, I got Jordans.
I wouldn't care if his tennis shoes walk you to wherever you got to go. Man, he made them gold, shiny, and ridiculous.
Yeah,
He say all the ninjas,
and they $400.
but not that nice. He say all the ninjas come buy these. I got just what you need. High, disgusting, and gaudy looking. Come get you some. You can fly if you wear these. You can at least tell lies and maybe get away with it. I wonder how the people of Puerto Rico are now doing since he did them after that hurricane. You know where Puerto Rico has been hit several times since then. So I don't know what state Puerto Rico is in, but I was trying to go there for a visit. and it was high in Puerto Rico. Used to be cheap.
You said
What?
nothing.
Puerto Rico used to be cheap. Puerto Rico is extremely high. Countries in many ways. I can't disagree. Well, what we got to realize about a lot of these S-hole countries, they're S-holes because our country is raping them for their resources.
Who's the
See, that's what you got to understand about them S-hole countries. They're rich in resources, and our federal government and people over here go over there and steal their diamonds, steal their gold, steal their oil, kidnap people, steal their cocoa beans, and make kids work for free with no education, and then you talk about them. Look,
who's
those places are considered paradise, and if they can keep us from over there, and when I say I'm talking about us, the government, not the people, if they could keep us over there, maybe they could have some nice things. Maybe people wouldn't be walking around with one arm amputated because they don't want you to they don't want you mining in the diamond mines and in the gold mines. So when we make those type of comments and assumptions and say terrible things like that about other people, we have to look at
the source,
the victimization that they have endured because they have less than. Okay, and the person that doesn't have an army tank and doesn't have a military and doesn't have a this and doesn't, they're going to always be the underdog, because the minute people like Donald Trump find out that a small guy like myself or Michael Clack has all those expensive and nice things at our disposal, the first thing the rich and powerful think is they gonna come take it, like they do black people in America. Everything we come up with, they slap their name on it. Just like your girl was trying to slap her name on the little stuff with you and Pam. Did y'all gonna just slap it? Just gonna slap it on there. Just slap your name on. You ain't got to. You ain't, yeah. You ain't got to do that. Don't even. They over there doing the work. They thinking they're busting it down. So and so ain't been sleeping 4 months working on this project. Don't worry. When he get it done and he doze off, we gonna slap your name right on there. Go America. Huh? What they gonna do? Slap their name right. Just slap it right on there. That's all they do. Okay. Don't know nothing about you. Ask them, how did you come up with that bill? And exactly what does it mean to you to have your bill implemented? Well, well, the bill was a collaborative deal, and we all worked real hard. And well, what does it mean to you? It means a lot to me and my family. And they ain't said nothing about the bill because they don't have no idea what the bill is about. They don't, and the folks just be out there like that. And he ain't did nothing but made a fool out you.
I just got a call from somebody else about our debt clearance. This ain't even Dr. Dr. Pugh. This ain't even, this is somebody else that called and asked about, you know what I'm saying, from the state that asked about our
and
debt.
We're talking about the debt elimination for the Flint Community School Districts. The school district is over $20 million in the red. They run in a deficit. Are you under that now?
56.
Oh, you're 56 million now?
Yeah, there's two millages two of them bonds that was taken out. Remember, one there was two. So that was back in 2020 or something like that when they got taken out.
Went up.
So yeah, no, it was always 56, and we got the reoccurring of 14.7. So it costs 14.7 every year to run the district.
And you're in the red. You're 14 point something in the red. So
no, we 56
as of now, but I'm saying every year you run in the red to the tune of 14 point something million dollars.
Right.
So when I was there were $20 million in the red. Now here's the kicker that I'm going to put these folks that have been on the board and some of the administrators. I'm going to put you on blast.
Wait. We didn't have nothing to do. Yeah, so that's
why I said when I was on the board. Some of these old people that's been on the board. Now, when I was the president, I was trying to right size the district because I knew we were running into debt. Pierce School had less than 100 students. The administration, along with some of my fellow board members, actually fought me not to shut Pierce School down. Knew we needed to shut some schools down. Knew we were having a teacher shortage. So that means whatever teachers you got at Pierce could have went somewhere else and taught and helped take some of that burden off other teachers that were at schools that were full of students. But instead, because that Pierce is in a downtown area and you got some people who got their own agendas, who dictate to the school district what they should and shouldn't do. That's why your school district is in disarray. And I've always told you, because your administration and so many of your board members are always subservient to the partners, and instead of standing up for the students, the teachers, and the district. And I hope that you guys can get back on track. But until they respect the fact that the state said you're running in a deficit and you have to do a process of elimination plan.
The debt elimination plan.
Yeah, debt elimination
emergency
plan, which is still the process of elimination. You got to eliminate debt wherever you can and try to run and provide a positive and resourceful education so that students can go on.
And see, that's part of the stuff that we've been doing with the partnership. With the partnership. So we've been trying to right size the district. So at Pierce is, we're gonna close that up, unfortunately, but fortunately. So we're trying to right size. Pierce is gonna close up after this year. But that's what we're trying to do. Right. You know what I mean? So if we get out of this partnership with the state, then hopefully, that's showing the state that, hey, look, we've complied with our end of the bargain as a board, as a district. Relieve this debt from us. That's hope. That was my idea when Dr. Pugh and them, when the letter was written.
And Trevor is right. China is buying up all the countries because China and Japan own so much of the United States, and our leaders are glad to sell it to them because they money hungry. And I saw a thing that I should have sent to Mickey, and this gentleman was talking about you have like so many hundreds of senators, people in Congress that had domestic violence cases. Some of them can't even have a credit card because their credit is so bad. Some of them have all kind of charges. You name it, they've done it. And they was like, and they was naming all kind of stuff. They've been in trouble, they've been in jail, they've done everything. And they're like, that just yet, Becky. They're like, is it the NBA or is it the NFL? And when they said it was the United States Congress, my face hit the ground. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Thank you, James. I couldn't believe it because you got people making decisions for you and me, expecting us to operate within our financial means and restraints. And here you are sitting up here making legislative decisions. You need to be making some decisions that can afford you a lifestyle where you don't have to be criminal sitting in the position you're sitting in. But see, they get away with stuff like that. There's so many of them to file bankruptcy. So many of them have been caught for this and fraud. I said, what?
And the crazy part is that they'll do stuff like that. And then when you look at, old boy that just got released or allegedly just got released from jail, then they make the laws for crimes that he committed real pity pat. When you get caught doing stuff like that, you get out. You know what I'm saying? But then if you get caught with a gram of dope trying to provide for your family, you get.
Oh, what you trying to eat, you Negro? You trying to actually eat? I wish you would. They don't play that trying to take care of your family. I mean, what? It's sad, but that's
not to be misled I agree with dope selling. I'm just saying.
Anything. Well, my thing is this, and we all know it, and if we don't know it, I'm gonna say it. Crimes that black people commit have stiffer penalties. Crimes that white people or rich people, especially rich people, I won't even say white, rich people commit is a little just like all them Catholic priests. I'm gonna get right back on their tail. I'm getting right back on their tail. How you a priest? They know now you claim you don't want no sex because you so saved, you don't have them urges. But yet when we go to your the facilities where the nuns live, they found all kind of baby bones and remains where these ladies were having abortions and committing murder on their children. This is back in the day. And now you got all of them raping the little boys and messing with the little kids, and then they just ship them somewhere else. If that ain't predatory practices by way of religion, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but you can't preach to me or have stewardship over my spiritual life if you can't control your lust for little kids and you sitting up here pretending like you don't like sex when all you got to do is go get you a woman.
No. If you have a lust for little kids, you don't need to be around nobody. It ain't no control it. If you
Well,
fucking
maybe if you get
control,
you a woman, you wouldn't be lusting for the little kids. See, that's
like
my
you
point.
got if you got a
Get you a
lust for little
woman.
kids, you got a damn problem.
Well, that's what God. Well, that's why God made man and woman to be together, because God knew He meant for you to be involved in that way with other human beings.
No, of
But
course,
with
that's
grown
natural.
human beings, and you know how we meant it. But people do what they want to do. But let's keep your people grown that you put your hands on. See, so anytime you got a religion to just shift the predators from place to place.
No, and I agree with you with that because it was crazy that some of them cases was from 20 years,
Yes.
30
Mhm.
years ago.
Yes.
I mean, I agree with you with that. That's some of that, like how they let these things, but it's seeming like this is America. Not trying to be
It is.
funny, but it's like how this thing is set up. Because like even with teachers messing with
Kids,
It
yes.
ain't like this just happened now. This been going on.
Well, you know what I think, Mickey?
Mhm.
Powerful men are usually the perpetrators of sex crimes. Like when we were considered to be slaves, which is how I got like this, okay? And I want to talk about that coming off of Black History Month, because a lot of people, you know, when people don't understand what we've gone through as a people, because I've seen on things, some people, you know, is she black or whatever? Well, first of all, I'm the blackest black person because I am the product of the victimization from slavery, when black women were considered to be animals, okay, and white men who had all the resources, all the opportunity, and can have anybody they want, was victimizing them and raping them and giving them babies. And the saddest part about it is when biracial children did things back in slavery time, because these men, women knew that these babies who looked like me were the product of their husbands. If a biracial child dropped an egg, they might be beat to death. See, people don't understand that black people that are fair skinned like me, we got it the worst. Because white people still know we black. And I get the Negro
Wait a
treatment
minute. I
at work.
beg to differ.
Well,
As
hold
one
on.
of the
I get the
blackest.
Negro treatment at work. Now, I might not get it in front of you. When I'm in front of you, they might treat me a little nicer, those that conduct themselves in that manner
Wait a
to
minute.
create the separation.
We ain't
But
gonna have the dark skin talk.
at the end of the day, no, you ain't let me finish. But at the end of the day, I'm still in the same boat with you. Yes. And understand the dark skin talk. My mother's dark skinned. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm the product of a dark skinned person's, I'm their baby. I'm that baby. Okay. And my grandmother was like me, and she had babies of all shades. She had 5 kids, and every last one of them is a different shade. But she didn't allow nobody to think they was better, because like Winter say and I say, when they do you, they doing me. When they do me, they doing you.
But as
Spit it out.
a dark skin, you know, I remember in high school, you know, I remember people making up songs, and I wasn't even the most dark. Look at
Oh
me, I'm not, you know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah, you
but
know
I had,
that.
you know, I had like it was like I was the darkest dude in the school. I was the darkest dude in Flint. I was the blackest, and you know,
Well,
where
see,
your hairline
but
start
let me
at. I
say
can't,
this.
you
But
know,
let me say this. See, you felt that because you're dark. But what happens when they're calling me Snow Baby? And what happens when they're calling me Snowflake and White Woman and White Girl and Becky? And you know, because I got good hair now, I got to be Becky. The hell? So it's enough for everybody, and it's called the
no, of
division
course,
mindset.
that's
So
that's
that's why I said we in the same boat, because they're gonna beat me to death and you to death. We all in trouble.
I'm getting it first. They're
No,
gonna
you
be
ain't.
tired. They're gonna be
Whoever
tired.
they get first is who getting it
They're
first.
gonna be tired by the time they get to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
they're gonna
Yeah,
get me
right.
first. They're
They
gonna beat
knocking
the
me
black.
off.
They're gonna beat the black off of
Man,
me, and
they
then they're
knocking
gonna
me
be.
off first.
By the
That,
time they get to you, they're gonna be
your
tired.
mammy been down there laid up with Master. She finna beat the skin off me, and I ain't did
No, they're
nothing.
gonna look at me. You
Cause
been
her
with my
husband,
woman.
cause her husband looking at my grandmama.
They're gonna
I
beat me
can't
because
help
just
that,
the
cause my
thought of
granny
you being
stacked.
with my woman. You been with my woman.
I can't
They
help
go.
it, cause my granny stacked up now. Your man, he got my granny
Mm-hmm.
pregnant. Now I got to get beat to death. So
Mm-hmm.
we've gone through a lot. We've gone through a lot as a people. And I think that the only way we gonna overcome is to move past this field Negro, house Negro mentality, realize that we're all in this boat together. We're gonna sink in this boat together. And if this boat is lucky enough to sail, hopefully we'll sail together. Okay. We believe it or not, we in this together. And that's what I think we as a community and as a people,
You want to create some division.
no, I'm not for
I'm
the
about to say,
division.
if I get elected, all
I'm not
dark-skinned
for it.
people getting all of us getting air conditioning for all them 400 years of that stuff.
We
All
like air
dark-skinned
conditioning.
people. You was in the house. I'm just playing, y'all.
I was in the kitchen now.
I'm just.
I was in the kitchen.
I'm being.
The stove is hot. At least you could get outside and catch a breeze.
It's
I'm in the house. That's what I'm telling
Don't
you.
nobody be outside in Mississippi.
But
I used to be.
I'm just being funny, y'all. I'm just being
We
funny.
know. This is an honest conversation, though.
That's what a lot of our problems came from.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
Stage. It
Of
all
course.
happened
Yes.
back on the planet.
Of course. That's exactly where it stemmed from.
All of this is where, because remember, for a minute you couldn't. Your ass would get killed if you knew how to read or write.
Yep.
Somebody wrote 850 credits for being dark.
Look, and then the person who showed you how to read and write, they getting lashed.
Oh, you getting killed. If you know how to read and write, you was black.
But the person who showed you, they getting it too.
Team dark skin. Ooh, y'all dirty. We need you.
Oh God.
Yeah, talk.
When you see it now, because I'm just
Go
saying,
ahead. No, you're fine.
This is what we're going through, even for like what they say, the man, not being there with the, make babies and leave off.
Yes.
But when we was used as a process of breeding, when you was a buck, because remember at the time, slaves was like
stud. Yes,
I would definitely.
Slaves was like
a buck.
The plantation was like General Motors at one time.
Uh-huh.
We gotta listen. We gotta get our assembly together.
Mm-hmm.
Remember these women were having babies.
Yes, they like baby machines.
Yeah, you having a baby.
And this ain't even, they just lining you up. I'm married to Michael, and here come Mickey because he the stud. I got to get. Wait a minute, though. Let's talk about this part. When I might be laid up in the bed with my husband and master, seeing Carol on out here now, Mickey. I want to see her, gal. Come on out here. You might as well leave your bosoms out. I know what you and Mickey was up to. Come on out. And it ain't nothing Mickey can say, and I got to go out there and I got to get out.
Hey, look, my man knocked on the door. Master said, I got to hit that.
No, but that's the stuff that really went down. So
no, of course it
did. Looking at all this trauma, but yet still blacks, as they was coming out, they was holding it together. Mm-hmm. Then we get through the civil rights era to what people thought we arrived because we go to the same school.
And that was our biggest mistake because that's when we lost our own stuff.
Neighborhood, we can move out to Grand Blanc.
Right. Mickey got
right. I'm gonna just take my vest off.
We can move out to Grand Blanc.
Right.
So this is like what we at today. Like, not saying we didn't have sellouts or coons or none of that. Yes. People knew how to. We was forced to have to help each other. Mm-hmm. Now it's like we.
Well, it comes back to, and that's why I love being educated in Mississippi, because you get to see where the slave ship came in and they unloaded the slaves, and they used to hold them right there in that brick building that's 3 feet high, and they got to be slunched down in 100 and some degree heat, packed in there, and a lot of them might die. They don't care.
They didn't feed them either once they got in.
I mean, it's disgusting. But America don't want this to be included in American history. See, that's my problem with America. You do all these brutal, hateful things. And first of all, sex crimes will never be charged harshly because you got too many powerful people who prey on others sexually. We got a man who was president talking about because he rich, he just walk up and grab women by the pussy because he said it, so I should be able to say it. And half of y'all still voted for him after he said it, and kiss him in the mouth. Now, when you haul off and pop him in the head with the butt of your 9, you're going to prison, okay? Because he's Donald Trump and he's special and he's this. But if a man walk up on you on the street and grab you between your legs, or y'all, if a strange woman walk up to you on the street and grab that package and then snatch you by your collar and bust slob and slap her tongue down your throat, what you gonna do?
No, I'm not.
What you gonna do?
I got to go home.
Yeah.
I got to go home to Cole. It just be my luck. She see you. I'm out here a whole nother scenario.
You told her to do it.
Right. I mean, but if you got, I get what you're saying. When you got respect for your style, you're not just gonna just handle me.
I mean, what kind of person are you to think that is acceptable.
Maybe when I was 19, it was a time I wasn't
No.
thinking.
Okay,
No, I'm
19.
I'm just playing
This
with
fool
you.
almost 100.
No, I'm just
No,
playing
it ain't
with
never.
you.
Mickey just playing though, but it ain't never because I mean, we got mamas and and especially with black mamas, they're gonna teach you how to respect the black woman. You know what I'm saying? And not just the black woman, a woman in general. So and it is like I done seen somebody get the dog slapped out of him trying to grab somebody booty. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's like it's not finna happen to me. Like I'm not finna grab nobody booty that except for the booty I'll be grabbing. So I'm not finna.
You need permission. Let's just say that.
Like
you should have permission if you're walking up and fondling a woman. It should be no question. If you got a question,
it should be yours.
That she might not appreciate that, then don't you do that. If you don't, and I'm gonna say, and it should be grown people on here. If you don't lay with that woman, then you should. And even then, when you do, because I have been in relationships, I don't like for my man to walk up on me in public, all rubbing between my legs and across my behind. Even if we are in a romantic relationship, show me some respect. I can't stand when young women allow that. Respect yourself. We know you grown. We know you have a right to intimacy. You don't have to conduct yourself like that. Okay, everybody grown. We all can get out if that's what we want. For those that are grown, that's nothing special. Respect yourself. And when you a man and you do your woman like that, know that people watching you. It's disrespectful for you too.
Disrespect. That's
because the next one, they don't like that. When you approach her, she don't want you because you don't know how to act.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. You can't disrespect your woman doing none of that. I agree with you with that. Certain things.
So yeah, I was just reading some of the comments.
Hey, Clack, you handle this. I gotta run to the store.
So we have a yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we have
I'm finna get over there hitting buttons and everything.
Lord, he finna shut the show down.
I'm finna get the DJ.
No, I can't handle Trump. I couldn't when he did The Apprentice. And I hate to say it, but when he was on The Apprentice, I used to like him a little bit. And the best thing. Go ahead, Michael. You ain't never liked
it's something. It's just it's certain people, and I know I shouldn't be like that. I really know I shouldn't be like that, but it's just something about him. I just have never been. He ain't never really been, one of my.
See, this guy says Diablato says he was at Six Flags, and this guy put his whole hands down his girlfriend's pants. Now kids are there. Look, she yawn. Don't go to Six Flags. Go get a room then. We talk about the white man.
But y'all at Six Flags, meaning you've been outside all day.
Our story, the white men don't have that much power. They are weak individuals. They play mind games.
You nasty.
I mean, I just feel like, but you know what I did like, what I do like about Donald Trump, because he'll do you in. When the way he did Omarosa, ooh, that was so good. Oh, she thought she was special. She thought this and she thought that, and she came to work and they ain't even tell her she was fired. He just made it where she couldn't get access to the White House. Then she want to go drop her book. Omarosa talking about she gonna tell us how he racist. Omarosa, we already knew that. That's what we was telling
when
you.
Y'all was sharing the bag when he was dropping the bag off. He was cool.
We told you don't fool with him, Omarosa.
Yeah, now you wanna. He got rid of you. He ain't even tell you. He just changed the code on the door. It's like that car. Your car didn't work no more. Yeah, it's like okay, now she came to work when she came to work on Monday. Like Donald,
and they could have sent you an email. Omarosa.
The email didn't work. The email didn't work. She didn't even check it. No, she didn't even check the email.
Well, why the secretary could have called you or somebody. They had to do Omarosa like that. But I'm glad they did because Omarosa, you thought you was special and you got that same treatment everybody else got.
You and still one of us.
Yeah, and then she want to drop her book talking about he prejudiced. We already knew that. That's why we was telling you don't fool with him. So no, we not reading your book.
You still a nigga in the coop.
Nah, we not reading your book.
I sure wasn't reading it. So
but
you wrote a book.
We got a lot of young black men that are supporting Trump. Have you been seeing them? On the news?
Yeah. Me personally, my take on that is if you ain't bringing in $500,000 a year, you ain't got no business supporting somebody that don't share the same tax bracket as you. That's just me. Like I just we don't have that type of money.
I agree, Mr. Quilla. We don't.
Shit, after all these lawsuits, he ain't got this type of money. He gonna be in the same tax bracket as me in a minute. Oh,
Jade, I'm looking at Jade Williams' comment. Yeah, I mean, and some people they are right with that. I mean, if that's what you do, I don't want to see it at Six Flags. I mean, like I said,
I ain't finna do it at Six Flags. We finna go hit the showers and you finna
yeah,
I'm not
do
you I'm
grown
not
people.
finna put
Grown
your
people do grown people
put
stuff.
somebody hand in somebody pants. We've been standing outside riding in lines waiting on roller coasters all day long. You stink.
I mean, well,
Sweating and
yeah,
man,
yeah.
look,
I mean, and all you got
you
to do,
nasty.
and all you got to do is instead of sticking your hands down somebody's pants and lying at the park, guess what, baby? It's time for us to split. Bottom line, it's time for us to go. We've had our Six Flags fun. It's time for a new type of party.
Yeah, let's
I
go
mean,
home.
yeah,
Yeah,
respect yourself.
let's for one, you might how would you even be you sweating and baking in the sun all day?
Ha! She, Miss Aquila said he lied about his tax bracket. He might be in the same tax bracket
That's
as
what I
us.
said. He especially after getting sued all this time,
Ooh.
he finna be claiming Section 8. He finna be looking for subsidy. He finna holler at what's his name, Glenn. He finna go holler at but look.
Yeah, he was. I mean, all the stuff that he's done. Because I have a Hispanic gentleman that I work with that I respect uh very much. I asked him why is Hispanic people supporting Donald Trump when he was taking their kids at the border and half of them haven't seen their children since. And he replied, that was not Donald Trump. That was Obama. He said, because Obama made the laws. I said, do you realize that he miscontorted the law in that he vetoed everything else and did whatever he wanted to do, never followed any laws, rules, or regulations? He could have easily, they got DNA tests on the shelf in Rite Aid. He could have very easily at the border had a semi truck full of DNA tests, swabbing kids, saying, this is your baby. You can't come in here, but you can take your baby back to Mexico with you. Sir, this is not your baby. We cannot have you having control of a baby that is not yours, trying to go to another country due to the human traffic issues. That's different. He just give me your baby. I'm gonna take your baby. I'm gonna take your baby. Where's the babies at, Donald? He's somewhere feeling on them. Okay.
Man, go somewhere.
He's somewhere feeling on them
Get your
kids.
ass up.
Man, they would have had to gun me down at the border. He wouldn't have got my kids without killing me.
The kids somewhere get touched on.
Man, what I'm dying. Because me as a grown person, I don't even have kids. When I hear about kids missing, I'll be so upset thinking about what could be happening to them because it is some sick, desperate, pathetic, rotten ASSs out there, okay, that think they really something that's preying on kids. You got some folks out there petrified to deal with a grown person, but can't wait to go to Sam's Club to buy 2,000 suckers to hang out around a schoolyard, okay? And I think until we start holding these predators and people that neglect our children, until this country stops pretending like they're not in on the victimization and start protecting these babies, start making sure they get an education, start locking these predators. I ain't talking, don't touch no kids. Keep your hands to yourself. But I'm talking about these ones that's doing this terrible, unthinkable. Look, lock their tails up. Quit letting them run free. Obama deported more migrants
I
than
wanted to
any
say something
other
about that.
president.
Like
Okay,
look,
deport them and give them their kid. This is my problem. I ain't got no problem. Okay, if you're deporting them and that's what the law say and that's what you're fine, deport them. Give them their kids though. What you want? What do you want my kids for if you don't want me?
now
What
see
you want my babies over here for?
here's the thing that I think. Here's the thing that I think. Those are going to be easy in some type of way. They're going to be easier to naturalize and make them citizens. And for some odd reason, if
Okay,
what happened,
the
they want the kid to stay here.
Balito said the reason that they do that is because some of the documented immigrants are offended by the illegal immigrants showing up because that's like a spit in their face as to what they've went
Oh
through
yeah, sex trafficking is big
order.
business.
It is in order to get over here. So they're taking offense to it. So that's why they're voting for Trump. But I want to say that's not the way. Talk to your leaders. Don't vote against yourself because you don't like legislation or policy that's going
And these
forward.
is wait a minute. Let's just be real here.
Yeah, sex trafficking
These
has
is
surpassed drug dealing. Let me say
yeah,
that.
but this scamming has surpassed drug dealing. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's like don't nobody steal drugs no more. Everybody, you still doing drugs. If you a new crackhead, anyway,
Yes, Marcus.
let's look at how innovative the Hispanics and the Mexicans are. Like if they you think that just because you build a wall that's gonna stop people from coming, they're gonna build tunnels. They
You
go
ain't gonna
get
stop
boats.
them.
They gonna get boats.
You ain't gonna stop
You ain't
them.
gonna stop them. And I'm not
Nope.
being racist or being funny by what I'm saying. I'm just being real.
There,
You can
well,
see you
and
can
I'm gonna say this: if I was being persecuted, if my kids were being forced into slavery, being murdered and massacred, forced to do the unthinkable, then I'm probably gonna try to put my babies on my back and try to float somewhere too. I mean, it's a life out there.
but who's to say I mean me personally, who's to say that the United States is their best option?
Well, they've heard about it though. They've heard about the dream. See, they don't know that. But see,
But they've
it's
also
like
if they
Santa Claus though. It's like Santa Claus and a kid. You've never seen him, but you've heard all these great things about Santa Claus, and you believe. You believe somewhere out there's a man that's good to kids, that love kids. And so you want to see that man, you want to sit on his lap. You want to get a chance to tell Santa Claus what it is you want for Christmas because you've been good all year because you believe. It's some people that believe in the American dream. It's some people who have came over here and who came with nothing and made something out of themselves. And they've told their cousins back home, their cousin so and so, he went to America and he owns his own store and he's free and his kids own this and they getting the education and that is attractive and that is worth putting your life on the line. That is worth taking a chance from nothing to hope. Just going from nothing to hope.
I mm, I think I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. I'm
Yes,
really not. But
Thomas.
I'm thinking I honestly think that some of these
Yes.
Republican states got something to do with
Steve
this
Loves,
influx
definitely.
of these people coming. You know what I mean? And letting them in.
They
And they
do.
trying to blame it on the Democratic leadership. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And the same way that they're gonna try to I believe that they're gonna try to blame a lot of this stuff
On
um
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, but not
They
even
are.
Joe Biden, just on the diversity, equity, and inclusion, of these,
Mm-hmm.
they starting to, you see a lot of black women and black women men mayors now, and I'm thinking that,
Yes, Chris.
I'm thinking that they're gonna blame a lot of the new influx of the rise of crime, and well, we let y'all be the mayor, we let y'all, y'all
Well,
got black
they are.
cities, y'all got black mayors, y'all got black council members, y'all got black this, y'all got black that,
Yeah, but
and
they're not holding them accountable. You're allowing them to just run corrupt
yeah, but
when
I don't they coming though. They arrested some people down in Detroit, and they said that the old girl in Illinois, they looking at her, and you know what I mean, like, and allegedly around here they just start running up in churches and
it's
certain
committed.
places around here.
Oh, I'm glad. I want to say this because somebody knocked on a woman's door with a police uniform on, and she let them in, and they knocked her in the head. And then a man knocked on my aunt's door and said she overpaid on something, and that if he would let her in, he could show her where she overpaid, and he knew her name and everything. Where she had overpaid, and she told him he wasn't getting his tail up in her house. So, if strange people that you have not summons for come to your door claiming to be somebody, because we do have an influx of slick asses coming, and we got a lot of slick behinds that was already here. But some of these other countries are, they said, like I talked about last week, they're letting their insane asylum people with mental health issues, people that were in prison, they are letting those people out and sending them over here. So be careful, watch your purse. Don't assume because somebody looks nice or have a nice accent, everybody is suspect. And yes, right now we're in an election season, but this is also what we have to realize. What I realized just from my job, They've done some hiring, like I told you, they didn't hire for part-time. Well, ain't no part-time jobs where I work at. Them is full-time jobs. But them people is leaving at lunch and not coming back. See, you done hoarded them little jobs so long, like they gold, and like you doing me a favor, letting me work. So now you can't get nobody up in there. And now you begging me, please do this job. When you once didn't even want me to have a job. See, so now they're letting these people in because we got to realize this about the United States too. Rich people in the United States, I'm gonna say it again, and I say this all the time, they don't follow the law. Donald Trump was deporting people and had illegal immigrants working at Mar-a-Lago. See, you can't have no illegal immigrants. But he gonna have an illegal immigrant working at his place of business and laying in
that's
that bed.
Why I'm saying,
and laying in that bed.
That's why I'm saying it's all, they want them to come. They got the cheap labor. They got the big corporations. They the ones want the cheap labor. But I wanted to run something past y'all real quick because it's almost time for us to, give y'all a real quick update.
Gone, so we can go over.
But I wanted to give y'all a quick update because I believe that on the school board and some things some projects that we got going on in the works. I can't say everything about everything, but I can say a little bit about a little bit.
Right.
So we are in the process of working on, I think I kind of give a prelude about what we're going to do about Northwestern. Yeah. So before I say that, I'm going to say I gave the task of myself to try to grow the enrollment in the district. Yes. I think we all have tried, trying to do that. Yes. But yeah, they are sister circling, so that's why I'm trying to hurry up. They come on at 6:30, I think. But we are going to renovate the stadium.
Great.
We're going to renovate the stadium. Great. I've reached out to Sheriff Swanson. We're going to hopefully partner with the sheriff's department and build a mini station at the driver's training range in the office building, in the garage building where the cars are, and the classroom is up in Northwestern. Right. So, which means we going.
So, where will the kids be that's going to take driver's training?
It's the classroom in there.
Right.
So we're going to share the classroom.
With the police.
Well, we only had driver's training in the summertime. Remember, we had 2 sessions in the summertime.
When school was in, we used to have driver's training during the school year.
No, I came through with driver's training.
Well, let me say, in the sophomores, when you were a sophomore, you would receive driver's training as one of your class courses once you hit 15, and you had to be 15 within a certain period to take it that semester, and then you couldn't miss no more than 3 days.
Yeah, they only did that. Well, I don't know. They did. I know they, when we came through, it was 2 summer sessions. Okay. Well, they're gonna share the classroom area. There's a locker room in there, and the garage. There's 3 big old garage bays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we can put up to 30 regular sized cars in there. So
Shardy said they remember. Oh yeah, they did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how it used to go.
So we in the process now of getting the aerial.
What are you doing about your run, Mike? Go ahead. I'm looking at the comments, and I'm taking them all in, guys, and we're going to address you. Go ahead, Mike.
We getting the surveying, aerial surveillance to see exactly how far our property goes back behind Northwestern, right, so we can extend the driver's training range. So the law enforcement can do their defensive driving. We could possibly add CDL training so they could bring some semi trucks over there, some school buses over there, some motorcycle training. Mm-hmm. We learned about
and the property goes all clean to Beecher, almost all the way backing darn near to Beecher.
So if
Northwestern is our biggest campus, mm-hmm, in the district. Mm-hmm. To my understanding, when I was there, that is what was told to us when we had the land and all that done. And I don't know if it was a complete survey, but it was a written out. This is your property line here. That's why I always say the Flint Community Schools has the largest allotment of property in the city of Flint. That's why they are always a target, because nothing fabulous can happen as far as building without land. Go ahead.
Also, I think I hear Mickey coming. I wanted to when we were in DC, we looked into doing getting the what do you call them things? I just didn't have a brain fire.
Vicky, we had driver's training during school hours. We did.
It was oh my God, not a wind farm, the solar farm. So what my dream is to put some solar, have a small solar farm,
and they need a little farm.
But what it could do is it could help the north side have lower electricity
Right,
rates. So
right.
that so not only the school, and if it becomes a school or community center or whatever, but all that neighborhood over there could also benefit
It's
from
no
it.
reason why. Only reason Northwestern will not be a school is because people who want to take over the school district know that if Northwestern is a school, they'll never be able to take over the Flint Public School District. That's why
That
the partners will never agree to let Northwestern be a high
Shorty,
school. Northwestern had driver's training, auto mechanics, computers when computers weren't popular, home economics. They had everything.
yes, that's the plan, is to bring swimming back too. I was going to say that too. We went up, we went into the school and went under the pool and saw that the pipes they've
Yes,
been
Angela.
redone. So my plan is to have swimming for
Yes,
every fourth
Angela.
grader that comes through. That's my dream. That's what I'd like to see.
Yes.
Every fourth grader that come through the Flint schools, is to have, is to be able to be certified, be swimming.
And when I came in, come on. And when I was in the school district, I was fighting to try to. That's one of the things I first tried was to get agriculture going because self-sustainability, and that's why they took the Genesee County Skill Center from the Flint Community Schools because we had dental hygienists, beauty culture. They had everything out there, and our kids were graduating and getting good jobs and competing, and they don't want that. Now they got our kids all dummied down and got them all set up to go to prison, and it's sad. I'm telling you, your local politicians, your administration, and some of your school board members, not all of them, because everybody wants to be something that they're not. Everybody wants to be connected. Everybody wants to be in cahoots. Everybody wants to grin up in the face of the important people. Nobody wants to do the work. Do the work and you can grin in their face.
Let me finish though, Carol.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You done went off again.
Right.
Look, so the swimming stadium, complete overhaul, bleachers, PA system, new scoreboard with a little, not a jumbotron, but a little mini-tron TV. Let me see, with a new track. Let me see. I talked about that, and then the gym. There's nothing wrong with the gym in Northwest.
No, I've been saying that the gym have been redone. It's a new roof on the gym. The cafeteria have been redone. The kitchen have been redone. So many things have been redone. But the reason Northwestern can't pop is because the people who run in the city and trying to take the city from the people
small things
don't want Northwestern to be a school
because
they can't
need to be
control
updated because
they do.
The bathroom, you can't have a whole, like, you can't have a game or nothing like that because the bathrooms need to be updated. But like small stuff like that.
Yes, that's what. If they really want to fix it, like they told us, the heating and the cooling. Well, you done had almost hundreds of millions. Why won't you fix the heating and cooling at Northwestern and have at least one decent high school? They rather sit. What?
It's warm in there.
Fix the heating and cooling.
It's good in there.
Okay, so it's good in there. Let's get it from.
It's good in there.
In where?
In the heating and cooling is good in there.
Okay.
What I'm saying is there needs to be small, like it's gonna take some money to fix it up, but
we got that. Lockers.
I'm thinking if previous boards, and this is not our board or your board, if previous boards had done what they were supposed to do.
They was. Let me tell you, because when me and Danielle Green got here.
I'm talking about before y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When kids was up in Northwestern, and N-Dub still had a band that was some back then. If them people had really done what they're supposed to do instead of sweeping the shit under the rug, excuse me, I done cussed, but put the Band-Aid on stuff instead and really fixed the problems, then we wouldn't be where we are with these schools. Now,
it's somebody the politics. They didn't want it fixed because it would have shut down the master plan for the city, and they wouldn't have been able to get control of the north side. Because Northwestern, you see every time when the presidents and them want to come, where they go? Northwestern popping.
And where were they at? In the gym.
And where Barack hit that legendary shot in Northwestern. But you got these little nigglets. Excuse my French. I'm just speaking about a certain situation that ain't got nothing going for them. Dumb as a box of rocks, pretending like they movers and shakers. So they got to do what the master plan tell them to do so they can maintain their position in society. They can't try to help nobody. Then where they gonna work?
I think what we got to do, Flint, and I'm not just saying, it might not even be me, and I'm just saying, we got to have innovative thinkers and people that ain't scared to think for themselves, people that ain't scared to talk for themselves. Like, I think that if we have people that can think for themselves, then we can do all this without any help from anybody.
Yeah,
We
he
got-
didn't cuss. Renee
like-
Jackson laughing at you. Yeah, he didn't cuss.
It's
And be
time to wrap
telling
it
me.
up. Yeah, I
Okay.
know, man. So look, we gotta wrap it up. Look, we gotta wrap it up. International Mick then came back
Mickey
in the door
throwing
and
us
start
off.
kicking microphones out of people's mouth and
Yeah,
everything.
pushing us down
But
on the
no, but
playground.
real talk. I don't want to start having people sending donations. I saw you, Miss Jackson. I don't want to have to start sending me campaign donations to other places. Now, the reason why I haven't set my stuff up, my sister is in charge of my finances. She's been kind of sick and under the weather. I don't want to be in charge of the money. I want to be completely transparent when it comes to my campaign finances. You know what I mean? So my sister's gonna be in charge of that. So once she gets good, hopefully tomorrow we can go open up a bank account. And we can y'all can do the cash app.
That's their problem, Miss
and
Angela.
we can do all of that. So I appreciate all the people that are asking about donating to my campaign. But we got plenty of time. Well, we don't have plenty of time, but we got time. So you know what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all.
And I also want to say this too, because some people ask. I had a gentleman, Mr. Andre from Chicago, Illinois, called me last week after the podcast, and he was so encouraging, and I really appreciated it. And he's threatening to come up here and help us campaign Michael Clack. So I want to say we
welcome.
Yeah, I am.
You gotta threaten me with no
also
help.
in the process of setting all of that up. But I do want to say this: we have to be smart about it, because that's one of the things they were harassing Mr. Mays about, because people were setting up TikTok, selling shirts in his name and all kind of stuff in his name. And Mr. Mays, he was the type of guy, he'll let you get your money, he'll let you get your hustle on in his name. He definitely wasn't a selfish gentleman, but because of that, Mr. Mays found himself in some difficult situations. So when we're accepting donations and out here hustling, we have to be mindful, because there's a lot of people, even though you guys love us, they don't want us in those positions because they know that we're uncompromised.
She don't work for a Flint school. Angela, I'm sorry.
She don't
work for a Flint school. That wouldn't be.
And I'm definitely thinking about. I'm more than likely I'm going to run. I didn't want to announce that because I wanted to let Mr. Mays be laid to rest before I be promoting for his seat. Sometimes we have to do things in good taste, and I just felt like it would be not tasteful for me to do that. But so many people are asking, so I did say that. I did say that in public. Angela, I thought I had said that, but I'm going to say, okay, so I got to wrap it up. Okay, I got to wrap it up. But yes, so I am planning on running. We plan on taking the city back. We plan on doing what's best for the people.
Take the city back.
Yep.
Make Flint great again.
Yep. I got all my people with me. So we plan on doing some good things for the people, but we need your support, because we know that these demons and these control freaks and these people who are so rotten that they hate a person but will speak over their body at their funeral is trying to fleece the city. But I want you to know that we will fight for the city. We don't know what will happen and how it will go, but we definitely will go down representing working class people, poor people, the underdog, people who deserve a chance that can't get one. We will be your voice. So we just want you to know that we're committed to the people first and foremost.
I made some shirts, Angela, make Flint great again. Or I got yeah, but yeah. Hey, look, thank y'all. We gotta wrap it up, y'all.
All righty then. Peace and thank you, Birmingham. And yes, we will get that information for you, because me and Michael Clack show gonna need them coins. But we plan on running a good, positive race, and we plan on representing for you, and we plan on doing you proud. So thank you for supporting us. Thank you for showing up to A10 News Media Group. Please buy the shirts, the caps, the cups, the this, the that. Support Mickey, support us, help us stay on the air, help us keep promoting, and help keep us fighting for you.
Peace, family. Peace.